And close your eyes and begin to relax. A nice, long, slow inhale. Holding it and then letting it all the way out. Just releasing all the tension and any stress. Just letting go. And once again, a nice deep breath in, holding it, and right the way out, blowing out all that stress, that negativity, and that stale air. Just take a moment. Just think about relaxing every muscle in your body. Begin by letting all the muscles in your face relax, especially your jaw. Let your teeth part for just a little bit and relax. So take one more big deep breath in, holding it, and then right the whole way out. That feeling now moving downwards into your neck and across your shoulders, letting go, loosening, and now as that wave of relaxation drifts across your chest and your back, begin to feel as the muscles and tendons and fibres of your whole body just relax. That wonderful relaxing wave moves right down each of your arms now, relaxing and releasing, down into your lower back and your hips. Start to feel as your body becomes heavier, a gentle wave of relaxation, drifting throughout you, moving down each of your legs, right down and into the tips of your toes. Each and every muscle, every tiny fibre and cell, letting go. Allow yourself now to drift and float into a deeper level of total relaxation. Feel a heavy, heavy weight being lifted off your shoulders. You're feeling lighter and lighter, floating up higher and higher into a comfortable state of relaxation. And as you completely relax now, both your mind and your body, I want you to focus on the word calm in your mind. And as you focus on this word, just allowing any strains from the day to just gently and easily start to drift away. No longer needed. Just taking this time for you today to completely relax and unwind. Nothing matters, no worries, no cares. You feel totally calm, safe and secure. And you can enjoy the peace of mind, knowing nothing can bother or distract you, completely letting go. And as we lie now in this deep relaxation, we're going to ask for the violet flame to come in for us. We start to see or feel it slowly igniting at the tips of our toes, that gentle loving flame that is going to burn away any last tension for us, burning away any negativity, any unwanted thoughts, removing anything that does not serve us on our highest good. Allowing that now to work its way up our bodies and throughout each layer of our aura, the energy field that surrounds us. Allow the beautiful divine violet flame to work where it's needed, taking its time. There is no rush. So go ahead now and sit within this flame, and we will continue our journey in a few moments when it has completed and extinguished. As we lie here now in our deep relaxation, fully cleansed by the violet flame, we're going to ask Source to send the protective divine energy of the white light to each of us, coming from high above, descending from heaven, flowing down and into each of us, pushing down and into our crown chakra, purifying the center of our being, moving down into our third eye. All that does not serve being carried in its flow. We feel or see that divine white light clearing and healing us. Moving slowly towards our throat chakra, right into the throat area, sweeping and healing. A little further downwards now and into our heart chakra, removing anything that we do not need. Clearing and pushing down into our solar plexus, that all-powerful white light working to its highest good for us all. We feel now as it works down into our sacral chakra, pausing to remove any trapped feelings or stuck energy. Really healing us, using the spiritual strength of that divine light to work through us. Down a little further and into our base chakra, cleaning any remaining debris in its path. The white light now continues to flow, pushing down each of our legs and right out the bottom of our feet. We allow it to push into the earth soil, taking all that is gathered in its journey throughout our bodies. Pushing all those unneeded emotions, stuck energy, debris, dirt, and pushing it right down into Mother Earth. We thank her this evening for taking that from us. Let us now sit in this power of the divine healing light. Let us allow ourselves to be within the flow. That light gaining strength and power as it streams within us, connecting us to the energy of the earth, giving us everything that we need, assisting us, clearing us, protecting us. That white light flows now to the center of the Earth's core, wraps around that core and begins to work back towards us. We already are beginning to feel that energy work up our legs. And as it pushes once more through the soil, it moves up and around us, sealing finally above our heads, nice and tight, keeping us safe and secure, protected and within our divine power. We graciously ask that our guides, guardian angels and loved ones step in close to us. We give thanks to them for joining us this evening on our journey. And as our bubble of white light completes, we begin to feel the tiny flakes of gold pour from high above. a golden hue, falling on top of our protection, flowing down and sealing as it does so. Becoming stronger and stronger, that gold now forming itself into a hard shell around us, sealing above us and doubling the strength and protection all around us. We are truly at one with Source in this moment, covered and sheltered within, safeguarded and protected, ready for our journey this evening. As you take a step forward, you find that you are walking the path in your forest, the trees swaying on either side, so familiar now to you. You take a deep breath in, wanting to savour those wonderful scents of nature. And as you inhale, you take in the smell of the damp moss in the tree trunks, the pine of the needles that have fallen on the path below your feet, the sweet heavenly scents of the flowers. On each breath you relax a little more, happy and content to be here once more in your beautiful surroundings. The light of the forest plays with the shadows and the rays of the sun coming between the gaps in the trees. The whole place is alive with colour and nature, and as you stand here you begin to feel the rays of the sun upon you. It is such a beautiful day, and the sky is such a special shade of blue, like you've never seen before. You walk slowly ahead, taking your time, because there is simply no rush here. You allow that sunlight to warm you, and as it sinks into your skin, you let yourself relax even more. Allow yourself to become loose and carefree. And it is such a beautiful feeling being here right now. And as you walk a little more, you notice the gate to your right, just off the path. Curious, you decide that you will go through the gate. So go ahead now. Walk to the gate and go through it. And as you do, you step into a narrow lane sweeping downwards. In the distance you can see that the lane is leading into a valley. You walk along the lane for a while, and when you eventually reach the bottom, you look around. To the left of you, you see a cabin, and to the right, you notice that some men are sitting upon a rock. They are chatting amongst themselves and appear to be drinking tea from steel mugs. The men are covered in what looks to be black dust. You notice how dirty their faces are, especially when they smile and laugh, and you see their white teeth. As you stand here, you notice a funny shaped building in front of you. In fact, it's perhaps not so much a building, but an entrance. You walk a bit closer, and as it comes into view, you can see what appears to be the entrance to an old coal mine. The men to your right don't seem to have noticed you. You begin to wonder if you should approach them. A man appears from the cabin and walks towards you. As he gets closer, you notice what he is wearing. Dark trousers with braces, and what was once a white shirt now stained with coal dust. Thick heavy boots and a tin hat with a lamp in the middle. He reaches you and shoots out his hand, keen to introduce himself. As he pumps your hand up and down, warmly greeting you, He tells you that his name is Bobby and that he has been expecting you. He asks if you're hungry and nods towards his workmates who have all turned now to wave hello to you. You see that they are eating sandwiches and each of them are holding up something and inviting you to join them. You decline politely and Bobby tells you that it's just as well as you are running a bit behind already. He tells you to follow him and he heads towards the mining shaft lift. As you walk behind him, he stops suddenly and remembers that he has forgotten something in the cabin. You wait for him outside. It is not long before he is back. In his hands is a tin hat with a lamp, and he hands this to you and instructs you to put it on. You do so and follow him once again. You're standing now at the lift that is leading down the shaft and into the mine. You must look slightly concerned as Bobby feels the need to reassure you. He tells you that it is okay, that you're perfectly safe with him, that he has been mining for over 20 years and that the journey today is protected. He offers that anyone who does not wish to make the journey today can wait in the cabin where there is a bed. So go ahead now. If you're not ready today, please go to the cabin and lie down and have a rest. And we will meet you again when we return. And if you are ready, please step into the shaft with Bobby. He closes the wire gate and you begin to descend very slowly. Bobby places his hand on your shoulder, giving you confidence and reassurance for the journey ahead. The lift continues to move further and further down. It starts to become darker. He switches the lamps on your hats. You now have a beam of light able to guide you on your journey. As you go downwards, you can feel a wave of relaxation sweep over you. And as the lift moves further and further down, you listen to the clinking of the shaft. Somewhere in the depths below, you can hear unfamiliar sounds. Moving further downwards, you allow the wave of relaxation to flow over you and through you. You feel confident and excited for this great expedition ahead, and the lift continues to move down and down and down. After a while, the lift slows even more, and gradually comes to a steady halt. Bobby opens the gate and you both step out and into an opening. It is dark, but your lamp allows you to see. The jagged walls are black and shiny, and the few miners dotted about are digging away with hammers and axes, happily getting on with their work. You can see a tunnel ahead and a track running through it. A mining cart sits in the track, and as you look about in awe, amazed to see an actual working coal mine, you notice that Bobby is busy catching up with his friends. You wonder about all the workers who have been here, working very hard in the darkness below, digging the fuel. And as you stand here contemplating how hard this work must have been, a man approaches you. In his hand is a little rock hammer, which he gives to you. He then asks you to follow him over to a large indent cut out in the coal. You watch as he lifts his shovel in his big, strong hands He draws back and begins to chop into the fuel with the blade of the shovel. Shiny black rocks tumble to the ground. The man is strong, and his square broad shoulders and hefty arms make light work of the coal. You watch as he continues to pound away, breaking up the coal. He gives another heave of the shovel and breaks away a large lump, which he bends down and picks up from the ground. After studying it for a while, he walks back to you and tells you to use your small rock hammer on it to break it up. You get to work, chipping away, breaking off little chunks bit by bit, and as you continue working, you catch a glimpse of something shiny. Eager to see what it is, you tap and tap on the lump of coal, which the hammer until you have exposed what seems to be a diamond. You pick the diamond from its bed and hold it out in front of the light beaming from your lamp. And as you move it around between your fingers, you study it closely. You look intently and study its perfect diamond shape, glistening as it catches the rays from the lamp. A beautiful white diamond. The edge is a little sharp and uncut, pressing slightly into your skin between your fingers. Feel its coolness. You press the diamond a bit harder, really pushing it into the skin, not between the skin, now between your thumb and forefinger, allowing the coolness and uncut edges to push in. And as you do, you start to feel a very deep wave of calmness envelop you. You look up at the man and he looks at you and smiles. He knows now that you have discovered that this is a very special stone, cut from the earth and has healing qualities, and it has the ability to instill calm within you. He is chuffed with himself and invites you to do the same again. You press hard on the diamond, and as you do, you feel a wave of peace flow over and through you, stilling any feelings of anxiety that you may have had, making any thoughts vanish completely. They flow out and away from you. He tells you to keep the diamond and use it when you need to. You follow him once more, and he leads you back to Bobby, who is now waiting for you at the mining cart on the track. You climb up and into the cart, and Bobby starts to pump the handle up and down. The cart slowly pulls off the track, and you head towards the mouth of the tunnel ahead. He pushes harder on the handle, and the cart begins to gather a bit more speed. You feel a slight pang of unease as you are about to enter the tunnel, and it is then that you remember the diamond in your pocket. You reach in and feel for its edges, and as your fingers touch it, you press it into your hand. Now, familiar wave of calm comes over you, and you allow your shoulders to drop, and any feelings of being unnerved soon dissipate. Happier and more content, you drop the diamond back into your pocket and begin to assist Bobby with pumping the handle. He is grinning at you, and his white teeth show up clearly in the dark of the tunnel. You move faster and faster as the track starts to go down a steady hill. You start to feel the rush of the breeze against your face as the cart moves faster now. The walls of the dark tunnel whooshing past you. You can hear the rhythmic purr of the cart on its tracks. You're enjoying the thrill of the ride and are laughing out loud as Bobby slows his pace. The cart moving slower now, but still going downhill. You seem to have gone for miles and miles downwards into the tunnel. And slowly but surely the cart pulls out and into a well-lit area. There are oil lamps all around the gravel floor, and as the cart stops and Bobby applies the brake, you step out. Bobby lifts one of the lamps and makes his way over to a door cut into the rock. There is no sign of coal being mined in this area, and as you begin to wonder about how deep you actually are underground, Bobby calls you over. You follow him through the doorway and into a small room. There's shelving everywhere, and hundreds or perhaps even thousands of tiny cork bottles line the shelves, each of them bearing a label. Bobby looks amongst some of the bottles, and as he does, he removes the tiny corks. He takes a sniff of each one, and you watch as he closes his eyes and enjoys the scent. Bemused, you decide that you too will uncork one of these little bottles. You search the shelves, reading the labels: thyme, Jupiter, fresh grass, rainfall, amber, grapefruit. You remove each one, hold it to your nose and inhale the scent. Then figure eight your senses, each one bringing a different feeling, some reminding you of summer days, others of freshly washed linen. As you continue, Bobby asks you to look for the scent that soothes your soul. You keep on searching, smelling each bottle until you find the scent that you're looking for. Take some time now and find exactly what you're looking for. You will know it. As soon as you inhale, you will feel a wave of calm come over you. It may even make you smile. Your body will naturally relax. I will give you a couple of minutes now. You locate your bottle of scent, and Bob explains to you that they are hundreds and hundreds of years old, and that they have been infusing naturally deep down here in this little room underground. He tells you to place the bottle inside your pocket, and that he has another gift for you before you move on. He walks over to a large chest lying in the corner of the room and opens the lid. After digging around inside for a while, he retrieves what he was looking for, and he walks over and hands it to you. You look and see that you're holding a small wooden box, no bigger than a matchbox. Bobby puts his finger to his lips and tells you to hush. You open the lid slowly And as you do, the sweetest, most beautiful sound comes from the box. A sound that is so perfect to you that it stills your mind, fills your heart with perfect love, and allows each inch of you to feel happy and calm. You listen to the sweet sound flowing out of this perfect little box. It is a sound unique to you, a song perhaps, children's laughter, rain falling on a winter's day. Take a moment and listen to the sound that has been given to you, a sound that you know will still and calm you and take away any feelings of stress or anxiety. Go ahead now, take a few moments and listen to your sound. Allow it to calm you completely. Close the lid of the little box and place it into your pocket with your other gifts. You allow your fingers to touch each one in turn. The edges of the diamond, the cool glass of the tiny bottle with your perfume, the warm wood of the little box. You follow Bobby back out and head towards the cart again. Once inside, he begins to pump on the handle, gathering speed, starting to go a bit faster now, pushing you through the dark tunnel, the only light coming from your lamps. And as the speed gathers and you feel yourselves rushing downwards, you allow the wind to blow your face, pushing faster and faster now. You travel for some time in this manner, going deeper and deeper and deeper down into the earth. You feel carefree and happy. You welcome the rock and sway of the cart, enjoying your trip. And after a while, Bobby slows his pace and you follow suit. You know that he will stop the cart again soon, and you remove your hands from the handle, allowing him to apply the brake. The cart once more grinds softly to a halt and you step out, this time onto a ledge, cut into the rock on your right hand side. You follow Bobby along the wide ledge. After a few moments you come to a small area where you can both barely fit. You have to stoop a little as the ceiling is low. You watch as Bobby feels along the walls. He locates what he's looking for. As you face him, the light from your lamp lights up the roots of a tree. You begin to wonder how the roots of a tree have managed to work their way down hundreds of miles through layers and layers of soil, rocks and minerals. Bobby is now removing a small knife from his pocket, and he slices a piece of the root of the tree and hands it to you. He also has a piece, and you watch as he takes a bite of the plant. You do the same, and as you do, the most wonderful taste explodes in your mouth, tingling on your tongue and awakening your taste buds. You take another bite. A deep, peaceful sensation washes over you. You're so focused on the taste right now that every single other thought has left your mind, except for this flavour and what it might be. It is unlike anything that you've ever tasted before, but you know that it is delicious, and because it has given you such a wonderful feeling, you cannot help but want more. You allow yourself a few moments to enjoy this, and as you do, continue to allow those fantastic feelings shower upon you. When you've finished, you follow Bobby back along the ledge. He leads you to the cart again and you step inside. He tells you that your journey is almost complete. You watch as he releases the brake and begins to pump the handle. The cart moves forward, chugging along, speeding up now. And as you move along, he asks you what your favourite colour is. You ponder for a moment and tell him. He grins and digs deep into his pocket. When he takes his hand out again, he's holding a beautiful handkerchief in the most remarkable shade of your favourite colour that you have ever seen. The colour is vibrant and the stitching has been sewn into a wonderful pattern. He hands the piece of material to you and you inspect it closely. The light of your lamp shining brightly on it, and as you look at this beautiful cloth in your hands, you can see outline and shape that make up the face of what appears to be an angel, the most angelic face that you've ever witnessed. Hair falling over and around the neck, striking eyes, the most perfect features. You look in admiration at the angelic being and find it difficult to take your eyes away. You are only brought back by the sound of Bobby starting to slow the cart down again. You place the handkerchief into your pocket with the other trinkets. And as the cart slows to a stop, you notice that the track has ended. You step out again and into a very large caved area. Bobby tells you to remove your lamp, and as you step forward, the whole cave lights up brightly. There's a warm reddish glow coming from the floor, ceiling and walls. Feels like a warm, soothing heat, and it is not too hot, more pleasant than anything. You look around and notice that there are glints of diamonds sparkling in the walls. Whites and blues, greens and purples, every colour imaginable. You then notice right in the middle of the floor a circular fire pit, and as you step closer to it, Bobby explains that just below it is the centre of the earth. He tells you that you are at the earth's core. You reach the pit, and as you stand still for a moment, you notice that there is a slight vibration underfoot, a pulsating, a beating, almost like a heartbeat. You stand and allow this beating to vibrate through you. It is as if it's matching your own heartbeat now. You listen and feel this pulse, lulling you into a tranquility, a peaceful feeling, deep, deep down, right down into the earth's core, deep down, hundreds and hundreds of miles below the earth's surface, away from everything, away from thoughts, feelings, troubles, worries, stresses. You stand here in this place in perfect peace and harmony, right here, and now. You do not have to think of anything. You are not responsible for one single thing, person, or place in this moment. You are carefree, trouble-free, without responsibility. You allow yourself to sit in front of the fire, and as you connect with the ground, you start to feel the roots from your base of your spine push down, right down and out through the base of your back. You allow those roots to push out and down and into this core. You've never been so close to the core, and your roots, as if knowing that they are home, stretch out of you and wrap around this heartbeat of Mother Earth. As they make contact, you feel the left side and the right side of your being becoming level, balancing out in perfect harmony with each other. Every slight movement within your body and being right now is equal. Both sides look and feel the same, weigh the same, and move in perfect synchronization with each other. You are balanced and perfectly rooted, a total and complete feeling of being grounded. And in this divine and wonderful energy moves throughout you, you are content and still. Allow yourself to sit within this energy, absorb the deep healing, take in the much desired grounding that you need right now. As this energy assists with removing any last bits of negativity from you, any final worries or fears, Bobby reminds you to use the gifts in your pocket whilst you sit in this beautiful harmony. You know that if you use them while sitting in this relaxed state, that they will aid you on your return to the earth's plane. So as you sit with your roots attached to the earth's core, go ahead now and take out the diamond. Place it in your hand. Allow yourself to feel the uncut edges and coolness. And as you do, you take a nice, long, slow breath inwards. And you take in a hushed calmness. Allow that to wash over you. Go ahead now and take out the tiny bottle of perfume. Remove the cork and inhale its scent deeply. As you breathe in, taking in that wonderful scent, you feel content and at peace. That wonderful smell settling you right down. And now you take out the wooden box, and as the lid lifts, you hear that sound that soothes you to your very soul, relaxing you, pleasant feelings washing over you. As you sit rooted deeply, you take out the piece of root from the tree, and when you place it to your mouth and take a bite, that wondrous taste fills your senses. You're instantly taken into a joyous feeling. And finally, as you look in your hand and upon the piece of material of your favourite colour, you look upon the face of your angel. You have such a feeling of sparkling feeling with all your senses heightened and in perfect tune. In your hands you hold all the gifts required to take away any unwanted feelings. Allow yourself to sit now in this perfection and inhale and soak up all those wondrous sensations. You rise to your feet, and you are a bit weary, but so happy right now. You follow Bobby back to the mining cart. As you both place your lamps back on your heads and step into the cart, you turn back to look upon the earth's core one last time. From the bottom of your heart you give thanks for this special healing, and as you pull away along the track, and begin to make your journey back, you know that you have everything within you now that you will need to walk on the earth's plane. You allow Bobby to pump the handle, and he tells you to close your eyes and rest. And in no time at all you'll be back at the mine shaft. You allow the cart sway you to and fro, the sound almost like a slow-moving train, soothing you and rocking you into a comfortable nap. After a while the cart stops. Bobby steps out and you follow him towards the lift. You both step inside and he guides you upwards. You move up and up and up, and as you go you start to feel lighter and lighter and lighter. Your vibrations lifting higher and higher with every inch you move up. You're almost lightheaded as you reach the top. You blink as you step out into the sunlight. The gravel of the valley underfoot once more. The men are gone from the rock now, back down to complete their work in the mine. Some digging coal and some guiding others from around the world on their deep grounding expedition. You say goodbye to Bobby and thank him for his assistance on your journey. He waves and tells you that he looks forward to seeing you again soon. You walk along the narrow lane. The sun is shining high in the sky. There's hardly a cloud. Your skin feels warm and you're happy. You walk along and come to the path of the forest. As you step out onto it, you watch as the trees sway in the breeze. Walk along the deep, rich red soil. Bring your awareness to your roots and to the connection you have made. Before opening our eyes, rest in the feelings of this centeredness and calm, just for a moment or two. Walking along the path, slowly coming back, bringing ourselves back into the room. We're going to thank our guardian angels, loved ones and guides for accompanying us. We ask for healing for those that need it the most right now, and we ask that our lessons on our journey stay with us over the next while and assist us in every way possible. And you maybe now just want to float off to sleep. Once again, I just want to say that I do not own the copyright to any of the music in this meditation. I would also like to add that the meditation itself is under ownership of Reiki and may not be copied or distributed without permission. I hope you have enjoyed your meditation this evening, and this is Louise from Reiki saying night night, sweet dreams.